so destined, I say we aren't going to let any dogs or water hoses turn us around. We aren't going to let any injunction turn us around. Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. Yeah. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will.
Yes, and another blessed evening. Give thanks for your presence with us. Salamta and greetings and Tenestalin to each and every one. What a joy, Shalom, Hotep, in whatever way you may find yourself greeting with sincerity. We definitely say blessed love to each and every one. Of course, you know, we glorify the life giver and the keeper of life, Kadamawe Haile Selassie. We give thanks for your presence with us. Of course, you know, this is the Tiger's Nest radio program broadcast right here on Radio Anu. This is the international flavor, you know the rest. Of course, the universal spice. And I am the Honorable Priest Isaac, just, you know, once again, joining you with joy and happiness for us to do this thing as we do it each and every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evening at 7 p.m. That is the time, the Tiger's Lair. This is the Tiger's Nest. We have a wonderful installment for you this evening, as we always do. We're going to be going into some very serious levels of history here. You know, we always do our best to make sure, you know, we bring information to the people that is wholesome, information that is nutritious, information that you can use, information that will assist you to get in formation, you know, to uniform you so that we can, you know, attack the enemy properly on the battlefield. Beautiful. Family, this is a program, once again, that comes to you each and every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Remember that. Put that in your calendar. So if this is the first time you are joining us, we are very thankful for that. And let me say for sure, 7 p.m., that's the time we gather. And this is a program that takes it to another level. We reason on many different aspects of life and consciousness and theology and biology and chemistry and whatever the case is, we definitely touch upon it here in righteousness of salvation, of course. Let me just do some house, what do you call it? House cleaning? House issues. But anyway, give thanks for those who were with us yesterday. I'm talking about for the 2023 EABIC Upliftment Committee webathon. Beautiful showing. Let us give thanks for all those who would have come through. Give thanks for all of our visitors. Give thanks for all of our guests. Give thanks for all those who would have partook, those who are members of the executive committee, and those who are specifically a member of the committee in general. All those who were there, we're very thankful. Those who were just listening and looking on, those who would have already made their contribution, or give thanks to that. Those who would have made their pledges, bless your heart as well. And of course, you know that the whole initiative from yesterday, and it is an ongoing initiative, mark you, is the whole aspect of the elder care program that we are establishing for the EABIC, and specifically the building of the health care center. So I think by now, especially those who were with us yesterday, you would have had a good idea of what we are really up to. And again, you would have definitely searched your heart to see if you would like to be, I would say, partners in this beautiful venture to make sure that the aged are protected. to make sure that the humble be fed and the sick nourished, even the infants cared for as well. So we had a wonderful sit down. We had Brother Ivy was with us. We also had we had a word from Brother Sprague Benz. We also had Professor Michael Barnett. We had a few other wonderful people coming through, Sister Chipo. We also had a few, we have Dr. Tomlinson, Dr. Anthony Hall, and his wife as well would have been in the house, and a few other very, eminent people from our society. In fact, a few people passed through, Ras Attitude was there. Ras Attitude gave us some good attitude and definitely, gave us a little rendition as well. So we give thanks for that. We must give thanks for the Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress, Nyabingi Daniel #1 band. Hail up, of course, with all respect, the Honorable Priest Shimran, the Honorable Priest Solomon, the Honorable Priest Ayman, the Honorable Priest Matthew, and the others who were there, who were definitely, partaking in the session with us. It was a beautiful sit down. I know a few people I would have missed, but the house was just packed. And of course, the members of the Congress give thanks to the Honorable Priest Earl and Empress Maisie, and all those, again, the full committee that would have come through to such an event. Beautiful. And of course, again, the full executive, and the chair, the co-chair, give thanks to the co-host of the program yesterday, along with myself, that is Empress Tricia as well, and of course the audience, and definitely, those once more who would have supported. We cannot leave the technical team behind. Of course, the full technical team, enough respect to the man Jamaiki, Prophet Daniel, and of course the Honorable Empress Naya, and of course special shout to her, definitely sitting with the king, making sure that the king is definitely well blessed as we, proud to the jungle. So we definitely give thanks for such an event. For those who would have missed it, it is on my YouTube channel, Priest Isaac YouTube channel. We were supposed to be streaming to several channels yesterday. In fact, if you listen to it, you get the impression that I thought we were streaming to several channels, but apparently somehow certain connections wasn't made. We do apologize for maybe those who are looking for it streaming elsewhere, but I know for sure we would have touched the spot, and it is still there for those who would want to take a look at it again. Beautiful. At this moment, we are streaming to the YouTube. Blessed love YouTube family. And let me say to everyone that is on YouTube, what you're listening to here, we are live on Radio Anu, and the fullness of this program tonight. This is the Tiger's Nest, by the way. This program is on every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, according to the official plan. And so for sure, we are definitely inviting each and every one, those who are listening to us on the YouTube. Let me tell you now, the fullness of this program will not be broadcast on the YouTube tonight. This is just the introduction section of the program. So when you go into the description below the video that you are watching, for those on the YouTube, those on Radio Anu, don't leave and go to no YouTube. Just trust me, you stay right here. This is where all the action is, and I'm just telling the people on YouTube for sure. In a few minutes, we will be totally dismantling this stream. So all you have to do is go to the link in the description below and press Priest Isaac Institute of Holistic Knowledge website, which is priestisaacinstitute.com. The Radio Anu direct link is there as well, and it will take you straight to us on Radio Anu. Beautiful. Now, this evening, we have a wonderful program. We're going to be speaking about, in fact, before I talk about what we're going to be speaking about, I want to give thanks again. This is a whole giving thanks session here. Asante Sana, as the Honorable Princess Acacia Menon and the Prince Almasi would have taught us. Asante Sana. How many of you listen to Youth University today? In fact, let me save that, because that has a lot to do with the subject tonight. So I'll get to that in a moment. what I was saying, I'm very thankful, Asante Sana, for all who would have enrolled already in our ancient astronomy course. I know many of you would have been, sitting on the sidelines watching us promote the ancient astronomy course for months now. But I'm thankful for those who would have jumped at the fence, those who would have come over the railing, them kind of fans there that come and hug you up when you make a touchdown. So we give thanks for those of you who would have definitely made the decision to enroll in the ancient astronomy course. Already ones are already speechless, really, for the level of information that they're getting. I know a lot of ones thought it was just a regular thing, like, wow, priests have a nice course. We're going to sit down and watch the priest talk. And those who would have already enrolled, I mean, they expected something good. You ain't going to pay $200 or $275 for no course and you don't expect something good. But those who would have enrolled, they got much more than they expected. In fact, don't worry, man. It's all right. In a few weeks, you'll be hearing from those who would have already graduated, and they will give their testimony of exactly what has been taking place at the Precise Institute of Holistic Knowledge. So remember, family, ancient astronomy, those of you who are, keeping close, you know what it's all about. Ancient astronomy is the mother of archaeoastronomy and astrotheology. And we would have put together a well-refined, up-to-date, high-quality standard certified course in the subject of not astronomy, definitely not astrology. This is a different subject. It's called ancient astronomy or accurate. You hear what it's called? Accurate astronomy. Meaning that even regular astronomy and for sure astrology are not accurate. Ancient astronomy is accurate astronomy. That's what they call it today. I didn't invent the subject, by the way. It's actually a known subject, ancient astronomy. But people tend to link it more to some degree the Egyptians and to a large degree the Romans and the Greek. But we definitely squash all of that stuff and carry it to the source of it. Beautiful. Now, this evening, I want to speak about the man that history says, although I disagree with this, the man that even Idi Amin was afraid of. Who could that be? Come on, don't waste your time, don't burst your brain cells, nothing go like that. But yet still, we are going to speak of a mighty warrior, one John Okello. And at the same time, let me hail a priest Kello in Trinidad at the same time, mighty warrior and the goal and the altar. And John Okello is one of our little known of freedom fighter. And the reason why I mentioned Youth University today is because today on Youth University, the Honorable Princess Acacia Menin and the Honorable Prince Almasi, they were going into some of the history of Tanganyika, modern-day Tanzania and Zanzibar, and they were speaking of the whole aspect of how they came together. Now, as I said, there is a little known or a little spoken of African revolutionary by the name of John Gideon Okello. And we will be going into some history of John Gideon Okello tonight. He was born on the 26th of October, 1937, and he left our presence in 1971. He was a Ugandan revolutionary, by the way, and he definitely led the revolution in Zanzibar in 1964. Family, every Monday at 4 p.m., make sure you're in tune to Radio Anu for Youth University with the young prince and the young princess. John Gideon Okello, hear that name, Gideon. You know what Gideon means? It means war. It means, well, that may not be the official definition, But all of us in the conscious world, I and I as Rastafari, you know, when we say Gideon is war business, you know what I mean? What a man they name Mikey Spice, not Mikey Spice, Richie Spice. Is Richie Spice? One of them Spice. In my Gideon boot and my khaki suit, Gideon. And we as Rastafari, we usually take the term from Armageddon or Armageddon, where Revelation speaks about the final war or one of them great wars, the Armageddon or Armageddon war. But yet still, you know, there is a mighty warrior in the Bible by the name of Gideon. Yes, and known to be a warrior as well. So, John Gideon Okello. He was born in Lango district in what was the Ugandan protectorate at the time, and was baptized at the age of 2, receiving the baptismal name of Gideon. The history said that he was orphaned at age 11 and grew up with relatives. When he was 15, he left and set out on his own and found work in several places within British East Africa. And this is why it's good to understand the history at the time, you know. Even the great Idi Amin, when you hear him talking about being a part of the British East African Regiment and all of that stuff, that was from the colonial days. That's where he actually got his training. You know, that's why we see him as a great revolutionary, one of those who crushed colonialism in all its aspects. At various times, John Gideon Okello was a clerk, manservant, gardener, and did odd jobs as he drifted around British East Africa, living at various times in Uganda, Kenya, Tanganyika, which it was at the time. He later went through training to become a bricklayer. Okay, we have some more information on here. We're going to bring that to you, but let me just give you this. Okello left for Zimbabwe, not Zimbabwe, pardon me, Zanzibar in 1963. Very key and important year, as you know. The 25th of May is African Liberation Day. That's Thursday, by the way. And of course, you know, 1963, on the 25th of May is when they ratified the Charter for the Organization of African Unity in the Great African Hall, Addis Ababa, capital of Ethiopia. Good. So again, Okello left Zanzibar in 1963, where he contacted the leaders of the Afro-Shiraz Youth Group, Shirazi Youth Group, the youth organization of the Afro-Shirazi Party. The Youth League strove for a revolution in order to break the power of the Arabs. Now, I think anyone who understands the depths of the Arab slave trade and how brutal the Arabs were to the blacks at the time. You know, some even when they compare the Arab slave trade, in eastern part of Africa and other places, when they compare it to even the Caucasian or the European enslavement of the Africans, some say that the European stuff dwarfs the terror of the Arabs. That's what some say. I think most of that notion comes from, you know, the Arabs, eh? The Arabs would come with several wives, eh? And they would take the young black boy as like a shepherd over the wives to protect and keep the wives. These fellas would castrate the brothers, cut off their genitals, their private parts, decapitate them, make them eunuchs. And the thing is, only about, I don't know the exact percentage, but when they make eunuchs, everybody doesn't come out alive. You could imagine. I think more people die than live. You could imagine. In fact, when you go through history and you see some of the accounts, some of the photos of the time, you see the wicked Arab enslavers standing with 2 or 3 young black, pretty looking black boys. They tend to have them well dressed too. These are the eunuchs that look over their wives, you know, so they chop off the phallic, so they don't have to worry about what's going on at home when they're on the road. Basically, So the enslavement, the Islamizing of the African people, the Arab version of Islam, by the way, was a very brutal, wicked act. And it took people like our hero, Okello, Gideon Okello, to rise up and to stand up and to remove and overthrow the Sultan in a revolution. But we will get to that in a moment. You understand? So he was a terror. Don't worry them about Idi Amin free. They lie. The man died in 1971. That was the same year Idi Amin come to power. People just want to, just to get one over on the great granddad Idi Amin. Just to say, oh, we found someone that he was scared of. That's the proof that he wasn't scared of no one. Hey, family, give thanks again for your presence with us. And as I said to the family on YouTube, we will be ceasing the stream here for now. So those of you on YouTube, we're going to continue this discussion. In fact, we haven't really started, Nah, man, it's now the program going to get hot, man. So just make sure you have all your snacks. Make sure you have all your meditation in order. Go outside on the porch and, yeah, free up yourself, man. We have a lot of good information for you this evening. So again, those on the social media, on different platforms, you can press the link and join us right on Radio Anu as we continue the vibration. So family, of course, don't go nowhere. And definitely we have so much more in store. And again, give thanks for all of those who have taken the time to be with us. Remember, you can be a subscriber to this program. So what does that mean? It simply means you will never miss another episode of the evening's Tigers Nest again. Because when the program done and the broadcast is over and it is saved and sealed, we will send you the recording. Not via the snail mail, but via the email. You'll find it in your inbox. By the time you go to the kitchen and come back, we will have the Tiger's Nest there waiting for you so you can listen to it just in case you missed it. And even if you didn't miss it, it's good to listen to it again. So contact us. All the links are in the description below, email everything, priestIsaacInstitute@gmail.com. priestIsaacInstitute@gmail.com and let us know that you desire to be a subscriber to the Tiger's Nest. Easy thing to do. Tigers in the house. All right. Keep touching upon the highways and Jamaica.
Fire wheel and the fire warriors.
Highway and the love.
Give thanks for your presence with us. Wonderful Monday evening. This is the Tiger's Nest.
Religious war, I don't hear no spell. Why so many people are raised just to go hell? The righteous must be freedom to be dwell in a no cell. We keep wanting our lives.